Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope all is well. It's sweltering today, guys. But it is a great day to be among the land of the living. Sweltering or not, I am here to see it. There is a beautiful butterfly in the greenhouse flying around. I'm just wondering what kind of eggs do they lay? I'm gonna have to go in there tonight and spray something, I'm sure. Some neem oil because I'm sure they're gonna lay some eggs in there. So, welcome back to my channel, everyone. Here where we talk about all things sustainable living and well-being and building a strong home economy from the soil up. And I have been posting this morning. Had a beautiful morning preparing my chickens to go outside and waiting for the temperatures to drop so I can paint because it is hot as fish grease out here. You hear me? But in the meantime, I am feeling so grateful to have gotten my first grape bunch from the grapevine. Really, really excited. Want to share that with you today. And some tips if you are trying to grow grapes. So this is my first grape bunch, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We got grapes. And there are some things that I had to learn, because some of them are turning to raisins already. And of course, there is a reason. As with everything, I've had this vine up for 3 years. It's third year, and this is the first year it has produced grapes, at least abundantly. And so I had to learn a lot. And of course, with my learning, you know, when to pick was one of those things, right? Dealing with, getting rid of black rot, or stopping that process with good magnesium and, some Epsom salt, giving it the right nutrients to avoid giving it air to be able to circulate. I also did something special and I put up a bird nest. I mean, not bird nest, but bird netting because baby, they be all up in that vine. And so I did protect my grapes, but you can't protect them from the slithering lizards because they gonna get up in there. They gonna be up in there. So some of the things that I learned about the grape is, of course, like I said, this is my first cluster of grapes, and I noticed that some are becoming raisins. But part of the growing process, like I said, is learning about the plants you are growing. It's 3 years old. It's the first year it's bearing fruit, which is evident of why you should get started now. If you have the land and or home, space to grow. While you may have success, there may be some of those who have success in bags. It's not the best way. The best way is in the ground for year over year. And so year over year and proper nutrients to get an abundant harvest. So I did not know exactly when to pick them, and that is why I'm here, part of why I'm sharing. And here are some things that I learned along the way. Number one, grapes are typically ready for harvest in late summer to early fall. Now, this is midsummer, so these are Concord grapes, grape. So we talking red. We talking red grapes. We talking grape, right? Grape juice kind of grape. So they are very grape, as I've shared with you. You can see that they turned from green. They started out green, and now they are producing red grapes. I love them too. They are so good. The next thing you want to remember as is the exact timing varies. It varies by grape variety and, of course, your climate. I live in a subtropical atmospheric climate in zone 8, and it's pretty warm here. It's pretty warm, and when it gets warm here, things are going to grow, thrive, and get to moving, right? Another thing you'll want to look for a change in the color from green to red, which is evident with my grapes, or white to like a translucent color, because that means that it's going to be a white wine, a red wine, or a white wine, right? And then sometimes you have a pink blush, for those of you who like to make wine. The next thing is it will the grapes will have a change in taste. I have been tasting them. I remember when they were very tart, and they have become very sweet. So they a change in taste as the grapes become sweeter and less tart is a way of knowing. Additionally, the grapes should separate easily from the vine when they are ripe about to fall off the vine. So literally the vine was dark versus um, green. You know, that meant it was ready. Okay, so it just snapped right off. It was probably ready to fall off, right, at any moment. Um, but anyway, those are some of the tips that you want to consider when you are growing grapes, right? Another thing I wanted to share here while I'm waiting for the sun to cool, because it's very hot out here today, and I don't want to be standing over there painting the coop in the heat. I'm sure I got plenty of time for it to dry, but I'm waiting for it to cool down. That dragonfly right in my face. Come on, dragonfly. Look at this sky though, y'all. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Look at that. Like, I have the best views. I just have the best views from my patio. Anyway, on another note, y'all remember I told y'all I planted some green beans? This is actually, is this my second? This is actually my third try at green beans. No, fourth. I grew beans out there where the corn is, and they're doing okay. The sister method. The corn isn't. I think that's a moth, y'all. I think that was that hornworm moth. I don't think that was a butterfly. I think that was a moth, and he went in there and laid his eggs all over my tomatoes. But baby, guess what we about to do? Snatch it tonight, okay? We about to. I saw him. I don't be playing out here. I see you. And I'm gonna spray. I'm gonna spray my mixture of neem oil and dish detergent and baking soda. You know what we're not gonna do is let the hornworm eat the tomatoes, okay? Because we need the tomatoes, okay? We need our harvest. So back to the green beans. Then I planted some in the greenhouse, and they didn't do well. Did I plant them in there? Or I and I planted some out in this bed in the back. They are doing okay, but y'all, it's so hot out here. When they're tender like that and young, they can get burnt to a crisp really easily. We are in the middle of a heat wave. It is extreme heat. Um, so I tried again in the mini Dollar Tree stackables. And boy, are they beautiful. And they're not in the direct sun, but it's so hot out here that it's growing beautifully anyway. And I just want to show you how pretty it looks and what I'm doing to keep it alive. So this is the green bean stalk. The green bean stalk, I'm calling it, because it is, I'm using a Walmart container system. The Walmart container, not Walmart, Dollar Tree, and I put beans in all of these little trays. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15 uh, actually 30 plants because I put two, at least two beans in each, it's in each planter. And so it's doing very, very, very well. I think what I'm going to do is put some more soil in it, so it has some more soil to work with. I went and got some more soil yesterday. I also gave it some fertilizer, some of my own fertilizer that I made. It's called green fertilizer that I made with my scraps from my kohlrabi, collards, and from my fall garden. I put the scraps inside the water that I cleaned the scraps off of, the greens, and I kept that for fertilizing. So it's about 3 months in. It's I fertilized it, and I can't wait to see how these do. But right now they are absolutely beautiful. I'm using these stakes from the Dollar Tree. They're actually kebab sticks, 24-inch kebab sticks, and I just put them in each the bottom two trays in each column, so that I could have something to hold the beans. So the beans, when they start, growing, really, really growing, I have something to spin them around as they grow, so that they have a way to latch on to something to latch onto, and something to grow on. And so I did put one string between um, the second level. It was the easiest to do, so that I could have, even they could grow on the string, as a trellis as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm also going to probably push these in a little bit and then see if I can link them to, because the best method is actually making a TP. But this is a TP from the bottom because of the way these pots are shaped. This is like a TP from the bottom. So anyway, they're doing very, very well. So I wanted to share that with you as well. Um, Another thing that I wanted to share with you was I have selected some plants for uh, to address the unattractive view of the coop, which I can see from my French patio breakfast doors. And so I have bought some couple of beautiful evergreens to put in the ground. Oh, it's very shady over here. I need to get over here right now because it is very, very shady and cool over here. All right, so we're about to get started on that. But I have selected these 5 plants to put over here in this corner because this is the first thing I can see in the corner from my patio door. And the plants that I selected are absolutely beautiful. They smell so good. One is the gardenia, frost-proof gardenia. So this is an evergreen and it will stay alive all throughout the winter, and that's what I wanted. I am really particular about my plant choices right now because I'm looking to have a thriving garden in the fall as well. I also chose a Miss Biloxi, which is a camellia. It has a spring bloom, but it's an upright 6 to 8 foot tall wide plant, and you plant it in shade. And all of these plants are are shade plants. So that's the beauty, is be careful of what you buy, what your microclimates. Remember, we talked about the importance of checking your microclimates. This is a very shaded area because of its current climate and the trees around it. And so I love this. These plants will do really, really well here. So we'll talk more about these and do a profile on these at a later date. We have prepped the area. put down some diatomaceous earth right here because I noticed some little holes in the ground, and I'm assuming that they are probably little ants. I saw the ants coming after this little spot right here, so I am safeguarding um, myself by putting down diatomaceous earth. And so before we get started on the Coop redress painting, there's one other thing that I wanted to leave on this video, that we are about to pull the corn. So remember I told you that I did plant some beans out in the garden. What was one set? Um, and oh, it smells! I smell a grill. That sounds like a good thing today, but it is so hot. I'm gonna have to take these plants out of this heat. They are just burning up. Um, the corn did not do well, and so I am going to pull the corn today. But we are going to use the corn debris inside of the asparagus bed. So what we're not going to do is throw it away. This is the asparagus bed. It's really dry right now and parched. But it's growing. It's green, y'all. It's doing what it do. It's turning into ferns. This is the first year, so you don't pull your asparagus the first year. And this is the green beans. This is the corn. It is completely spent. It did not do well, but we are going to plant some more. Um, but these are the green beans I told y'all that were down inside of these. I don't want to pull that up because that's a green bean about to bloom. I bet I snatched that up. But baby, we maybe cut them back or something. But because they are about to bloom. I don't know if we'll get many green beans off of them, but they are definitely in the blooming phase. They didn't grow very tall, but they're in there. So they, like I said, they're spent and ready to time to pull. So that's my update from the garden today. I am actually about to video my painting expo of the Coop, and so I'm going to charge my battery up and get prepared for that. Please follow us for more as we are developing our mini homestead retreat into a beautiful space, and addressing all the beautiful things to make this a 365 days a year beautiful space for drop in, for healing, for just doing real life, y'all. We must take back our power, okay? Peace and blessings to you all. Hope you enjoyed the video, and bye for now.